Welcome back to the channel. Today I got my good friend Joel here. Wait, we should have talked that ahead of time. Should I call you Joel or Ermac?
Whichever one, I don't mind. Because I don't mind
We're not
Joel
gonna give
or
your last
Mac,
name or
either one.
anything. Yeah, okay, cool.
No, you're good.
Fuck it, we're leaving it in the edit. All right, so I got my friend Joel here. We're going between, but we have a bit of an age gap between us. You're in your early 20s, right?
Yeah, I'm 20 exactly.
He's 20 exactly. I'm 27, and so our experiences with Code Lyoko are probably not. I'm not Code Lyoko. Cartoon Network is probably totally different. At the point in time where I was watching a lot of Cartoon Network, I was probably coming off at the time at probably the second season of like Adventure Time, the era of like Destroy Build Destroy. I think is one of them. Like when it
Mhm.
was live action. Can you say that that was probably your same experience?
I would say, like, mine was, like, yeah, middle of Adventure Time, probably, like, Chowder as well.
Chowder
Some, like,
Flapjack.
shows like that. Yeah, Chowder, Flapjack,
Basically the
around that
same
era.
show.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a lot of
yeah.
flack for that. But so what I would like, I've been thinking about this idea for years because I've been wanting to do and I've told you this before the recording, is that I want to rewatch Code Lyoko. I watch it almost every single year annually, and it's four seasons. We're gonna put our sessions in a digestible amount. So we got our snacks. I got you for about an hour. We're gonna try and watch two episodes, maybe three, depending on how long our spiel goes. But I made a little thing for you real quick. I just want to give you the bare basic knowledge of what you need to know about this show. This show, at least for the first season, and very much towards the throughout the entire series, is what I told you was called a monster of the week. And so that's just a serialized stuff that generally there's a plot that overarches into every single episode and then usually pays off in the finale. But every single episode is usually just like, oh, what's this predicament? And so we got Code Lyoko, uh the main logo that you'll see. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but smack in the middle, that little icon, it's not on the slideshow, but that is the logo of the big bad. The big bad's name is called Xana. He's a computer program. And so Code Lyoko, its general plot is a group of kids, we're gonna call them the gang. They fight an evil virus called Xana, and it's the monster of the week format. It's a combination of 2D and 3D animation, and its origins date back into the 2000s of an original film festival called Garage Kids. I believe it was only like it's anywhere from 3 to 8 minutes. It's been so long since I've seen it. We're not going to get to it today. My goal for us is that we're going to watch season 1 at some point. We'll see what the reception is like. And by the end of season 1, I will show you what Garage Kids was. So here's the gang. We got Jeremy Belpois. He got big brain, full of wrinkles, soft. If you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you know that you want a nice, moist, wet brain. He's got that in spades. He's got a PC that could have run Crisis on launch just based off of that right there. Bro's got two computers hooked up to each other. And then I believe even behind the picture itself is even more computers. So he's making his own right there. He likes maths. Yes, I'm looking right at you, viewers. Maths. I'm gonna use the European term, mathematics. And he likes 2D women. To be fair, that's probably pretty much a lot of like streamer fans at this point. I don't know if you keep up with that with all the VTubers. And he dislikes running and sports ball. So he's your stereotypical nerd. He wants to be at his computer and look at 2D women and have his AI girlfriend on the bus with him on his phone.
I feel
Pretty
like with, like, the way his computers are so advanced, I feel like at that point, they make him 3D at that point with how advanced his computers are.
And the screenshot is, I just Google searched it. That is just Crisis 3. Uh, Next, we got our two bros. We got Odd Delarobia. He got a small brain. It's smooth, so he ain't no wrinkles there. Probably doesn't moisturize. I'm gonna be honest. Probably doesn't has the worst hygiene ever. His likes he loves skateboarding, doing some sick nasty rails at grinds on the rails at the local park. If he does rails, that's probably in his teenage years, and if you know what I'm referring to, you're old. um, and he likes women. He likes the women, and he loves his dog. His name's Kiwi. He's not on here. You will see him. He's adorable. Um, the fact that I did not add Kiwi into this list, I probably will get some hate. Then we got Ulrich Stern. Ulrich Stern has a brain, barely used though. I'm gonna be honest. He's the handsome boy. He probably moisturizes if you take a look at him, and he likes martial arts. I'm not even gonna try and say what kind it is. They call it that PS one in the first season, and I believe just everything afterwards they just call it karate. And he also likes woman singular. His dislikes is school. He's not that smart, and he dislikes people that snore. That's pretty straightforward. And then lastly, a part of the group, and there are two other people, but we will get to them at this point, is we got Yumi Ishiyama. She is French. She's French Japanese. This is a joke. Her immigration status is unknown because her parents are fully Japanese, staying in France. So she's probably out there for a job. I think that's the lore. Someone please correct me in the comments. That's again the comments. Correct me on everything I've already gotten wrong here. But I believe her parents came out for a job, and this isn't really spoilers, but I think in like season 3, there's a possibility that Yumi could be going back to Japan. It's like one of those one episode things. And then her likes martial arts. So I think you see where we're going there. And she likes the confident men. She likes the alpha males. She likes the sigmas. Those are the two ones, right? It's the one you don't want to be a beta. I believe that's what it is. And then,
Yes, I think you're correct.
all right. And then, so then they're not on here. We got Aelita. Aelita, she's the one, she's going to have pink hair. The reason why I don't want to talk about her much is because that is what the show is about. And then we have another character that may not even be introduced in this episode, in our next couple sessions. And then, yeah. So the reason why they got big foreheads, you can watch IMAX on that shit.
I think the Avengers did a symbol on each one of their foreheads, because good lord.
The fact that you can still like see that, right? We're on the same page that you can fully comprehend that that is Avengers Endgame or Infinity War. Infinity War, I believe. That's Infinity
You
War
just fit.
on Odd. Yeah, so I showed you the live action people first just so that way this could hit harder. So from left to right, we got Jeremy Belpois. He's the big brain. He likes his 2D women. Then we got Odd. That's why he likes to go to hair salon. He likes to get his highlights done. Then we got Ulrich, and then we got Yumi.
I
So,
feel like Thanos fits on Yumi's forehead,
oh,
honestly.
absolutely. I just thought it would be easy. Remember. I said I'll make a slideshow soon, and and I literally just made one within like 30 minutes. So this is episode 1. It is called it's called Teddy Godzilla.
Why is it not playing for you either? There it goes.
There you go. I had to hit play before.
Here we are, going far to save all that we love. If we give all we've got, we will make it through. Here we are, like a star shining bright on your world today. Make evil go away. Cold your cold will, we set it all. Cold your cold, be there when you call. Cold your cold, we will stand real tall. Cold your cold, stronger after all.
Okay, so first impressions. Ah, come on, pause. Pause, mother. I won't even pause. Okay, so we have to pause within the outside. So we have okay, I think I learned how to fully work this. So, first take. What do you think of what do you think of the theme song?
Theme song is really good. I like the intro, and I think like the stance that they had, like towards the end, and like where it was representing all the characters, I think they were just like biggest forehead wins and just put Yumi in the front.
Biggest forehead wins.
I was like,
Are you referring to like an anime, for example? Like anytime like the MC comes in, it's like the enemy, the antagonist is always right after them for the most part.
exactly.
Okay, I see.
And I'm like, nice. I'm like, because you know how like they represented them as a whole group and just had them standing next to each other, just like a couple seconds back.
Yeah, but
And
they
then at the front, it was just Yumi with her big old forehead. I'm like, nice. Biggest forehead wand for
you
real.
no. So yes, we're gonna have so many five head jokes by the end of what 3 sessions.
I
So,
think so for real.
all right. So yeah, this one, I believe the production. I think this is technically its pilot that was supposed to like get it off the ground. There is technically a 2-part special that comes before this that sets everything up. But we're gonna watch it the way that YouTube intended. This is a free fight for. I am gonna take a break real quick just to say that what we're watching on is the archived footage available on the official Code Lyoko English website, YouTube channel. It is the distribution rights are on Netflix. I wanted to do this on Twitch, but I was just too scared about DMCA strikes. So if you wanted to participate in this, or if you have any input on it, we're probably gonna do a season 1. And you want to join season 2 with us, let us know in the comments. But yeah, I love this song. And I think people would hate me if I didn't give credit to the great band that does this. They are called the Subdigitals.
Yeah, I really liked the intro music as well, especially like they were really getting into it. Like
Yeah.
there's like a lot of them. I feel like one of the biggest ones I can remember now that I feel like is in everyone's like brain that has at least fathomed like Naruto would be like
Bluebird.
the Bluebird. Yes, exactly. Bluebird is like one of the biggest songs, and so like I feel
Bluebird,
like
like
this is
out of anime
probably
songs, Bluebird, Hero, all that type of
exactly.
stuff.
Yes, like that's what I'm saying. I feel like this is
This is
probably like
this is an
the
icon,
Bluebird of this.
like here, let me see if I can just switch it up real quick. I think you should be able to, yeah, you're able to see me real quick on here. So if we just look up Code Lyoko, we're supposed to be watching a goddamn episode, but right at this point, we're just talking about how great the theme song is, which I think people will appreciate is the theme song. Is that, so we work at Redacted, because we're not going to disclose that. We're not doxing ourselves. We both work at Redacted, and one of our coworkers named Mark happens to be French Canadian. And so I showed him the full French version, and it's the same people that do both. So theme song. Yeah, it's called A World Without Danger. I'm just trying to find whichever one has the highest amount of views, so that way we can get the. There you go. Back when foreheads were cool and no one gave a shit. Takes me back. I hate being old. I never had a show that I couldn't explain even when I was watching it. This show is crazy how underrated it is. So just for example, some of these are like 8 years old. Let's go ahead and get through. Here we are. Sorry, it's compulsive at this point. I don't know. I have to sing along to this like the Mob Psycho 100, you know, 21, 22, 23. It's just so compulsive just to sing along. But the fact that if we just look at like sort by newest, 1 day ago, we saw 8 hours ago. Not 8 hours, 8 years ago. There's still people, 17 years. People love this fucking song. Like this song is as probably high up there as Yu-Gi-Oh! Original. Like Yo Move and what's another one? But we already discussed that. Let's actually watch the show because I only got you for about an hour 30 at most.
Hello, fellow students of Caddick Junior High. Your ace reporters, Millie and Tamia, are here to bring you an exclusive for today's school news, and it's really big, since, as I'm pretty sure you already know, tonight is the big night, the night of our annual school prom. Unfortunately, our cameras weren't authorized to film the site where the festivities will take place, but I can make out from where I'm speaking the girl who might be crowned our beauty queen tonight, just as she was last year. I mean, of course, our principal's daughter, Sissy. Let's see whether she'll answer a few questions. Well, Sissy, How about a few words for our TV audience before the big night?
Sorry, Munchkins. I only talk to real pro reporters. I have no time to waste on a couple of nerds.
But it's for the school news program. What about freedom of the press?
Oh, Millie, little dipsticks your age don't have any freedom, understand? Anyway, who needs your dumb reporting? What do you know? Besides, problem. Don't forget you have to have a date. A jerk like you. Even them.
Okay, opinions. Sissy. She's a reoccurring supporting character. Opinions.
Okay, so first opinion. As soon as I saw, I was like, "Who is the editor? Who drew these people out?" I was like, "Look at Sissy," and I was like, "They just can't get bigger than Yumi, huh?" Like,
I don't know.
was like,
Okay, if
I
you see
was
that
wrong.
dude, you see the dude with the spectacles, right?
Yeah.
His gives Yumi almost a run for his money.
Yeah,
All right, I just
but Sissy's,
sissy, like your sister.
yeah, like Sissy, her forehead is just like another level. So far, I can see her being as like progressing as an antagonist early on,
Mm,
especially with like in this case, it seems as if like she's privileged because her mom is a principal, so like
dad.
um or her dad's a principal. So in this case, it's just more of like a privilege thing, and she just seems entitled, which you can tell very early on. But yeah, and then there's just these people that are just following her.
Her
But
goods,
yeah,
yeah,
I would
yeah.
like to see how this progresses.
Pretty much recap. Sissy, huge bitch at this moment. She is talking to what, 2 grades younger or 1 grade younger. Oh, by the way, this is a middle school. This series is rated Y7.
Okay, so this is a middle school,
Yes, but
and
it's based off of
these.
I believe a middle to high school. It's a real place that they're going to. It's based off of it, but the ages allowed in are fake.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
cool.
All right, let's go ahead and continue.
I'll bet if you asked them, they'd run like scared rabbits.
Who needs them? There are lots of other boys.
Oh, yeah? What are you waiting for then? Try and find one.
Ulrich, would you be my date tonight?
I'm sorry, Millie. It wouldn't be a very good idea. I'm too old for you. And, well, you see, I promised to go with Yumi.
You see?
This
What did I
poor
tell
girl.
you? But don't worry, Millie. I'm sure you'll find a boy for the sandbox dance. Meanwhile, why don't you go play with your dolls?
Millie, wait!
I hope you're proud of yourself.
Aelita, this is Jeremy.
Okay, so immediately, bro's computer is fucking spec the fuck out. Oh wait, hold on, I'm muted. Sorry, hold on. So immediately, bro put in like 3 commands or like typed for barely 2 seconds, right?
Yeah,
His computer is fucking. His computer is fucking cracked in 2000.
yeah, his computer's insane.
The original
fact-
IBM would be would be I
Would
don't know if
be-
you've seen Steins Gate, but the original IBM computer looks at this in envy.
I feel like the original IBM would just like look at this computer and be like, "Well,"
Mhm.
just be at a standstill with it. Like they'll just be looking at each other. Like,
By the way, you don't have to keep yourself on mute. I have the audio separated so that way I can be able to edit no problem. So if you have anything to say,
okay.
and then as well, if you want to have it full screen, you can on your side. Or if not, I'm gonna keep.
No, you're good. I just didn't want to like snack and everything and like the audio pickup because I know that can be annoying sometimes. So like
Just
I
do the
really
thing where
don't
people.
mind muting myself.
So yeah, while you do
It
that, I'm gonna
doesn't
go
seem
ahead
to
and
be
give
an
credit.
option.
So again, we are watching off of the Code Lyoko English official. I believe this is owned by something called Dagoma, which is someone who bought Moonscoop, and then that person that bought Moonscoop gave it to their subsidiary. I'm not gonna get into the whole spiel about buying studios and IP rights, but as far as I know, this is the official. It's fully available. Again, the only reason we're not Twitch streaming this is because I don't want to get DMCA striked.
Aelita?
How are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
2D
Okay.
women.
I didn't see anything unusual around the towers. It all seems quiet. Well, for the moment.
You know, I'm making progress with my research, so you can come and live with us.
The key to materialization? You found it at last?
Well, no, not yet, but I'm working on it. It's just a matter of time. Then Xana won't be able to do anything to harm you or us.
That's great, thanks.
Millie, don't cry.
Okay, so that was a very important thing right there. Do you what he's referring to is materialization. So you see how they're 2D and she's 3D?
Yeah,
And
that's what I was about to ask. I was about to pause it.
yeah. So what it is when they're in 2D, that is real life. So it's like anime logic. You know, like if something's in 2D in the anime and then something's on TV and that's 2D, that's real life.
Okay.
But then if it's drawn in a different art style in an anime, then that means it's anime.
Okay.
So in this logic, if it's 3D, that is happening inside of a computer. So this is where I'm going to put my hot take out. This is where I put my hot take. Code Lyoko is an isekai. Is as much of an isekai as Sword Art Online and all the other stuff like Log Horizon, or maybe closer to Bofuri. The I max out my stats in defense. Yes, I watched that. Yeah. So it's as close. It's somewhere in between isekai and video game logic SAO style.
Okay, makes sense. That puts a lot of clarity on that.
Yeah.
I was
So
about to ask you a question on that as to what specifically he meant by that.
is the
'Cause in this case, like-
materialization. So
Yeah.
So he likes 2D women, right?
Yeah. So like he was trying to basically like actually put her in the real world.
He wants to be Geppetto. He wants to be the
Yeah.
Geppetto and give her that Pinocchio life.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, because in this case, like I was like, okay, cool. So he's basically wanting to like put her in the real world,
Exactly.
which makes complete sense. But in this case, I feel like he like. Would you consider? What's her name again? Would you consider
the girl,
like? Yeah.
the pink hair, Aelita?
Yes. Okay, so would you consider Aelita his computer, right?
Let's just say I would say Aelita is an AI VTuber inside of a computer. She's not in his
Okay.
computer. So she's actually not localized on his computer. You're gonna see another computer later. That's where she lives.
Okay, cool. Because I was like,
This is his school computer.
is he in love with his computer? I was like, that's cool if so.
He's in love with
and,
someone
like,
in a computer.
Aelita's like, yeah, exactly. I thought that Aelita was his computer, and like that was like
No,
okay, cool, and he made like his virtual
just-
AI.
okay, so imagine she's in her own computer and that we haven't seen yet, and then anytime she wants to reach her boy toy, her sugar daddy, or you know her coder boy, to make her dreams come true of becoming a real girl, she can immediately just pop up a call, like a Skype or like a Discord call, immediately straight to his laptop or his school computer. He can just instantly do a call from there because she's in a computer. She can just start call.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then those like little wiry lines that were in the 3D was the connection between her computer to what is called LYOKO. I'm going to explain that right now. LYOKO is the world that they go to, the world of 3D.
Oh, okay.
We'll go to the prom, you'll see. As for the news, Jim said it was okay. We have until 9 o'clock.
Oh, it's a waste of time. Better face facts to Mia. They don't care about us or the newscast. Oh, I hate them, all of them. I hate every single one of them. I hate everybody in the world.
You don't know what you're saying. It's just
Oh, stop it. I'm sick of you two, so just leave me alone.
Hey, it's true, or it could have been a little nicer.
Don't look so gloomy,
He could
Ulrich.
have.
Is it because of Millie?
He left that girl stranded
You could have said
with
yes.
Sissy.
You know, me and prom.
Even if I was your date?
Sissy really did come on strong. If meanness is one of the qualities of a beauty queen, she'll get reelected all right.
That's true, but try to get Miss World to see that.
Miss World, huh? Miss Inner World's more like it.
Like those dumb
There you go.
older kids who always want to run things. They think that because we're young, we don't count at all. If for once we were older, a lot older than them, they wouldn't laugh at us, would they?
Millie? Are you in there? Are you finished sulking? Hurry, we have work to do.
Okay, I'm coming. You stay right there. I'll be back for you.
We have a report to finish on the prom, remember?
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, I hope you two aren't gonna follow me around all day long. As far as I know, you're
Okay, so real quick, there was something, yeah. What was the goop? And also, I had seen the little symbol on the computer behind both of them when she was like crying to the bear and she was crying with her friend and the bear. It should be so you see that symbol.
What did I
Yes.
say? Okay, so what did I say in my really shitty slideshow? It was that is the symbol of Xana. Now
Yeah.
so now that we know Xana is going after a teddy bear. First question is, when the fuck did a virus able to have a
Yeah.
corporeal
I was about to
form
ask that.
to one
So
come out
like
of the fucking light socket and
my
drip
thing is
down?
like it's like how did Gana get from old boy's like huge ass computer
Like
to like
Xana should be
to the
working
light?
AI hentai.
Where is Xana's patch notes? Like
Xana's patch notes. we need this AI to uncensor Japanese hentai, so that way we can free the hentai. So that way our ecchis will just no longer just be straight up porn.
like
Okay.
out of everything, a bear.
Okay, I will
Nice.
say I think it is in this episode. This is gonna be censored in the edit, but I want you to pause when you think you found the scene where I say, "How the fuck is this Y7?" Like Youth 7. Okay.
Okay. So my thing is, so far, what I think is that Xana has formed feelings because if you go a little before when
Uh-huh.
she first started crying, Xana was in a computer behind them, like watching them.
So wait,
And
if we go back,
if we go back a little bit, you can
is it
see
in like
as
when
she's
someone was in a room or something?
right there,
This is
right
what you're
there.
referring to. Yes.
There it
Okay.
is,
So
yes.
this is okay. So you caught it. This is something Code Lyoko fans are gonna give you respect for this. Every single time Xana activates something that allows him to interact with the real world, usually for the dumbest fucking reason. This is we believe this is Jeremy's computer.
Yeah.
He's
So
showing I'm activating shit right now
in
on
this case,
Jeremy's monitor.
I feel like Xana, as soon as he takes over Jeremy's monitor, he watches the whole scene right here, the whole scene that's going on here, and how she's sad, she's over here telling her feelings and everything, and kind of gets a
Oh
feel
wait, no,
for
no,
her.
no.
So in
Okay,
this
if we look
case,
from in here, no, this is Susie's room.
okay,
This is Susie's room with all the little extra stuff. Correction. Don't get at me in the comments. I corrected myself. Okay. But he can take over things as if this was a Toshiba with a built-in webcam. He's watching them. Yes, you're correct.
okay, so yeah, he's watching them, and I feel like he basically um in a way, like, some kind of personification, like, he feels for them, like, to where, like,
Ooh, okay.
Xana, like, necessarily feels like, oh, like, he sees what's going on and, like, actually, like, notices, hey, like, necessarily how to, interpret, like, what they're saying and everything and, like, how they're
can I
feeling
ask you a
and their
question?
emotions and everything. What's up?
Do you are you trying to are you get are you I'm gonna look into camera to this. Joel, do you think Xana is a fairly odd parrot? Is that what you're
I
trying to say?
think
Is that what you're trying to say? A fairly god AI?
yes, I feel like in a way, yes. Because in this case, like,
Okay, I'll let you
just
decide by the end of this episode if you think your theory holds true. Okay.
okay, cool. Go ahead.
All right, we'll go ahead and we'll move forward.
I hope you two aren't gonna follow me around all day long. As far as I know, you're not beauticians. So stop sticking to me like glue. I don't need you, understand? So scat.
Sissy, we thought.
Take this advice. Don't think, it doesn't suit you.
Is that Abe Lincoln right here? Abe Lincoln. Okay, in the back, right next
Okay,
to her
so
head.
so
It
I
looks
can
like
see where
Abe
you're
Lincoln.
coming from, but one, he's missing a beard. He's missing a beard.
Yeah,
And
he's
two,
missing.
he's got to go. He only has like half a goatee, not even a soul patch. But remember, this is French. Do you think the French give a shit about Abe Lincoln?
No, but like in this case, like
It's
I just couldn't
okay,
like
okay. I'll give you
help
this.
but
It's a
draw
mix
the.
between it's a mix between handsome Squidward and Abe Lincoln.
Yeah,
There is that fair?
I think that is fair.
Don't think, it doesn't suit you.
Don't think it doesn't suit you.
She has all the thoughts in the world.
A bunch of babies at our prom. They've gotta be kidding. And that other freak who had the nerve to invite Ulrich. Can't believe it.
So Ghana is the only person that is not Y7. Okay.
You found the
Okay.
Y7, right?
Bro, I mean,
These
like,
pause it
If
again.
anybody's going
These are
No.
middle schoolers. These are middle schoolers.
Ghana is like Cotton 4K. I feel like
Okay, to be
I
fair,
feel like she can connect her thoughts, like with her big forehead. I feel like she can connect her thoughts via Wi-Fi for sure. Like
she's built in with Wi-Fi 7 and the most recent Bluetooth update for the Google Pixel. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, yes.
Oh, no, 7E. Wi-Fi 7E.
I
No,
feel like
you know
she
what's
has
worse
like the
is
modern
that
technology.
so you know the thing that's worse is Xana is an AI. AI retains information. Xana is seeing everything. He's able to intake everything. Technically,
Xana's
Xana
gonna
is
be like, "You look
technically
like."
Xana is hosting CP files. Am I wrong? Chat.
Xa-
Is it the comments? Am I wrong? Does Xana
I
host
feel like
CP on his server?
I feel like Xana's just like delete has deleted all files before then, but now he's just like, oh,
I don't know. I think he might be on the mini lad Dr. Disrespect mindset of I did
yeah,
nothing wrong, can be acknowledged. Has been acknowledged, and I'm not human, so technically, we're gonna end this here.
he's
Okay,
like,
let's keep going.
he's like, I have.
I already brought mini lad Dr.
What are you gonna say?
Disrespect.
Nothing.
But honestly, thought-provoking question.
Going out with Ulrich? It absolutely has to be me. I am the star, the diva of the school.
I think Xana likes feet. He hasn't been watching the front.
He hasn't been watching nothing else. He has
I
like
think he's
some
got.
kind of
I think
fetish.
Xana hacked into the OF's phone, like OF girls' phones, so that way he doesn't have to pay the monthly subscription for feet.
I feel like he just like hacked into like her DS she has under her bed or something. Like
Her her DSI's camera.
yeah, dude. I was like, he hacked into something he didn't want. It's so funny.
All right.
I've just been obsessed with the feet the whole time.
Oh, absolutely. He hasn't even been looking up. So
I like the dance move they do every time, like the cutscene.
oh, like their signature pose.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I thought like one of them was just gonna like come out and just hit the gritty, and sure enough,
just
sure enough,
just odd, immediately getting sturdy.
yeah, dude. I was like, oh, oh, okay, okay.
My curiosity came from, so did Xana make the wall shake, or did the teddy bear climb and push the stuff off the shelves?
Also, like, where did those heartbeats come from? Where was it Xana? Was Xana tracking her heartbeats as to like her nervousness and everything? What happened there?
So I know what you're referring to. That happens throughout all the series. I think it just happens whenever he's in something, like we're seeing his vision.
Okay,
It's kind of just there. It's probably mixed with the song. Like, and so like
okay.
inside the song they're layered in his heartbeats. It's probably not something to look into. If someone on the French forums talked about this, at me in the comments.
I don't know what happened, but if you ask me, Sissy had it coming.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Oh no! My teddy bear's gone!
Caught you. It's forbidden to play in the garden shed.
Wait a minute, Jim. It was my.
I've told you 100 times that this place is much too dangerous for children.
Another pause. I'm sorry. I would like you to meet.
No worries, you're good.
He's an honorary, not yet, but there's no shame. This dude right here, Jim, everyone's favorite character.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell you that. If you say anything about Jim, everyone will go after you.
Okay.
The collective
Seems like
the collective Twitter brain and the collective 4chan brain will come together and fight you.
oh, it won't be Y7 then, huh?
Jim will come after you himself, and nothing will be Y7.
Got it.
I will say Liam Neeson, from the Taken series, has nothing on Jim. That's it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Look at all these rusty tools. What do you think this is, a kid's playground?
know,
No buts, huh? Now, I hope I've made myself real clear. Entry forbidden. Access reserved for adults.
With you, everything is off limits.
Now, you listen here, huh? I would change the way I talk if I were you, little girl.
Little girl? Okay, I'm young, so what? It's only big kids who can say what they think, huh?
Ah, so you think you're real big kids. Okay, that's fine. News report or not, the two of you are grounded for tonight in your room.
Oh, great, Millie, really great. Thanks to you, it's goodbye prom.
Now beat it!
Oh, look at the pictures we took. They're really fantastic.
Something wrong, Millie?
Somebody stole her teddy bear.
And I'm sure it's one of the big kids who did it for spite.
Millie, you're right. Look at this. It's a picture of Sissy's room.
And there's my teddy bear hidden under her pillow. Incredible.
Ah, who would have believed it? Soon she'll be playing with dolls.
Okay, come on now. We gotta find her.
If Jim catches us in the dorm, we're in big trouble, Millie.
You go back to your room. I'll handle this.
I love that the second photo is her shame photo.
What's going on now? Who's there? Come on out! You better watch out. I'm a black belt.
Are you thinking you're understanding the name of the episode?
Yes.
Now you're sure, Jim, that this is your attacker? And you say he's an expert in martial arts? I think it would be better not to call the police, right, Jim?
What happened to Sissy? It was kind of weird, don't you think?
It was a short circuit, a simple short circuit. What else could it be?
I'm not so sure, and you...
That's Sissy's dad, by the way. If we didn't already talk about that.
What happened to...
Tell me those are not like... Okay, so this isn't too old for you. Those are some Radio Shack headphones. Like okay, so at Redacted where we worked, right? You know
Yeah.
those really bad ones?
Yeah,
The really
dude,
the
that's what they
worst
look
ones with the
like.
muffins. So anyone watching this right now, if you've ever worked in a call center, you either got the nice cushiony ones that are similar to what you might be able to get at a Best Buy that are USB, but if you work at a really a different type of call center, they'll give you the really shitty ones that have
The
like
Radio Shack ones.
that's what we're gonna call them. They're Radio Shack ones that you
Yeah.
get them for under $15. Yeah, and they come with
I would
like
say under 5.
okay, but
Like,
that's
they
if you get on.
work, you know?
I was gonna say maybe on AliExpress, but on AliExpress it might be 49 cents.
Probably.
All right, back to it.
Sissy,
They
it
bought
was,
them in bulk.
it was kind of weird, don't you think?
It was a short circuit, a simple short circuit. What else could it be?
I'm not so
This
sure,
show.
and you know just what I mean.
Anyway, let's play it real cool. Walls have ears, you know?
I'm snacking on grapes, by the way.
Oh, well, I've got to go now and get ready for the prom tonight. Sometimes being a day student can be a
Filled
total drag.
candles. They're like little crackers. They're really good.
You got chocolate crackers.
Yeah, they're called Meiji. Like, Hello Panda chocolate with other natural flavors. They're like the little panda crackers filled with chocolate on the inside. It's really
Damn. All right. Well, for everyone at home watching this along, I hope you're snacking because he hasn't realized this, but I've been ever since our intro, I've been snacking on my grapes. So I hope y'all are enjoying your snacks as well.
We have 2 very different snacks at the moment. But I promise,
All
this
right.
is like my one bad snack of the day.
You're fine. Chocolate is okay in moderation, but also depending on where you source that chocolate. Let's not get into that because someone might get real deep into ethics of cocoa production.
Don't complain. No one wakes you at 6 a.m. You have hot water, and you don't have to sleep next to smelly odd.
See you later.
Odd, are you looking for something?
Oh, no, you see, I just heard about what happened to Jim. Do they know who attacked him?
No, for now I think our gym teacher could use some rest.
Xana in a teddy bear?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He's always there when you least expect him.
Okay, guys, who goes and who stays here?
We can't have a solo mission. It's too dangerous without Yumi. If you go alone, you never know what you're gonna find over there.
I volunteer.
What did I just say, huh?
Well, have you got any other ideas? There have been 2 accidents. We can't leave the school unguarded. And even going back in time, if there's an accident, it's all over.
Odd is right. You go, and I'll stay. If I find any clues, I'll pass them on to you. Go on and say hi to you-know-who for me.
Aelita, it's...
All right. So they got layers and layers and they got a whole ass sub basement level to work with. That's his second computer.
See that? Like, bro is set up for life.
You were impressed
Like,
with his
I feel
original
like-
computer.
Like, his original computer is really nice.
It was nice.
But,
so
like,
you know,
his
consumer
secondary
tech.
computer? Like, good God.
What if I told you that this computer was probably at least 30 years old at this point in time?
No way.
But that will come later. I don't want anyone watching for me to
how?
get mad, but this, yeah. So this is a strong ass computer. But yeah, that was a really good montage as well, because imagine having to take that entire walk just to be able to get to where you need to be from school to your base of operations. Oh no, I just think it's crazy. That's a workout on its own,
I
especially
think
if you've got gym class already. What if you're
the
already
fact
in
that
gym class?
you have gym class with Jim.
Yes, Jim is the gym teacher. Yes, he does. But that's a pretty good walk. I just wanted to talk about that real quick. I don't know if you have anything to add.
I feel like it's funny how like they all have skateboards and then he's just the one with the scooter.
I believe this
Like
this
me neither, bro. I don't know how to ride a
I don't
skateboard either.
I forget on where this is, but yeah, wait, Jeremy, right? Jeremy has to use the scooter?
Yes.
Yes, cuz he has no coordination. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna continue.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't like sports.
Jeremy, do you read me?
Hi there.
We think that Xana has launched an attack. Have you noticed anything?
No, nothing. But we can take a closer look.
Aelita, I'm sending Odd. He's coming over solo. Ulrich had to stay behind to watch for any virus action at school. Odd looks ready to go. How are things with you, Ulrich? It looks like we have a problem. A big one.
God
Transfer
damn!
Odd. Scanner. Virtualization. Jeremy.
Bit check.
Pet check. It's odd, but I feel like it fits her character. It's very odd. Like it's like out of the norm. I feel like I had a feeling that it was gonna be something like that, something of the sorts, but I was. It looks more like a cat.
It
which I
is
think
very
it is.
cat-like, especially since in the slideshow I said he loves dogs.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, does Odd really like
The
dogs,
maths
or
are not mathsing.
not at all?
All right, let's go ahead and continue. Let's go ahead and meet Aelita.
We can't leave you alone for 1 second, huh?
Odd. I think I found something.
What's up?
I feel like Aelita is very, very much dependent.
Dependent?
Like, yeah, because in this case, like,
I'm gonna tell you this: you have no fucking idea. I will say it isn't until someone correct me, but I don't think it's until maybe halfway through season 3 that she is competent. I'm not calling her like what's her name? Naruto, pink hair,
oh, Sakura.
Sakura. Yeah, Sakura. She's not hated like that. It's just she has her certain role to play.
Okay, makes sense. Because I was like, yeah, it seems like
she is very
Aelita's very
Mary
smart.
Sue.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But in this case, is like when it comes to like combat or like really anything else, very like.
I think I have something that can probably encompass why they're treating her like this. The way that these episodes are structured, especially with the Xana attacking in real life, and they're trying to stop Xana in the digital world. You've picked that up so far, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when they get to LYOKO, it's an escort mission.
Okay.
Aelita is the client. They need to escort her, like Overwatch style, deliver the care package.
Okay, it makes sense.
Odd has those laser arrows, even though they're not laser at all, they're arrows.
Yeah.
They cause laser explosions towards the end.
Yeah, they do. I feel like it's more of like an effect thing, more than anything. But yeah, I wonder where those like NPCs came from, and like why
the
haven't they like?
enemies?
Yeah.
Okay, so those are called cankralots.
Okay.
Yeah. But aside from that, there are several different. Those are the weakest out of all of them, and there is like very good ones. We won't see them for a minute, but there's a lot of them are different like place that like if you played any video game, you have several different enemy builds. So
Okay.
you'll get that. This is very video game related. So like if Odd takes a hit, you'll be like, Odd, you just lost 10 life points.
Yeah, I got that so far.
All right.
Especially with like, but do they like if they were to like lose all their life points in Kyoko, like,
Lyoko, yeah.
is it Lyoko? Like, do they like done like you're gone?
If you
You're
die
not
in
able
the
to go back.
game, do you die in real life?
Yes,
That is a very important.
exactly.
I want you to keep that question in mind.
Okay. Because I think what my theory is so far is that if you die in the game, you stay in the game, like, you don't get a chance to be able to go back, and I feel like that's what happened to Aida? I think that's what her name is, right?
Aelita? Aelita?
Aelita, there you go. I
Hmm.
feel like that's what happened to Aelita, is that, like, she had died in the game.
You have there are some things
Go
in
back.
there in that ring true. Nothing in there is absolutely right.
Okay.
So what you have there is Aelita is important, and her dying is something that we kind of don't want to see. That's probably the
Yeah.
vibe that we're getting. The LYOKO warriors, that's what they're called, the LYOKO warriors. They're already in school. Seems like they're already familiar with the world. So does
Yeah, because, like, they had so much knowledge, like,
mhm.
from the beginning being like, "Hey," so, like,
So I
they
think we
already
can
knew who the
infer
enemy
that
was and everything.
if they reach zero HP, they would come back.
Okay.
So I'll give you that because that's just the way the story works. Is after everything's said and done, whether you're forced out or you beat the level or whatever, we're almost done. Well, actually, we'll continue that towards the end. Let's at least try and get through the other half. But any other theories?
No, no other theories for now.
All right. Bro's going fee-fi-fo-fum.
Oh,
Hey, Ulrich, you could have made a little effort. I don't believe how sloppy you look. Well, I'll let it go this time. Put it down to the company you keep. Try to chill out and have fun. You look like you're expecting a disaster.
Jim giving the fit check. Good man, good man.
stop! Listen to what I have to say. You have all got to get out of here. We have to evacuate the gym. Now, keep calm. I'm not joking. This is serious. We are about to be attacked by a gigantic teddy bear.
Okay, what was your opinion? So you're in middle school.
Okay.
Homeboy climbs
So
up.
I feel like that's one of those Chicken Little the sky is falling moments.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a perfect analogy or example.
Like nobody's gonna believe him, but like in this case, it's not 100% true, but it's not like it doesn't seem 100% true at all, but like,
Do you
it's
think you could
still very
phrase it
much is,
better? Do you think you could phrase it better?
I think in this case, if I were to phrase it, I'd probably be like, everybody must evacuate the gym. Um, I don't know what
What because you have
these
to say something's gonna come crashing this
like
building.
yeah, exactly.
So
Like
what do you
I
say?
would,
I guess for me, I'd be like, guys, a crane lost out of control is on its way through the forest.
or
Something
like
like
I would
that.
probably
Be
like
like, we
say
need to
something like
evacuate,
more
or maybe you should
reasonable,
just pull the
like
fire alarm. Honestly, fire alarm.
yeah,
I think
like hey, like there's a huge fire, like we gotta evacuate now. Everyone stay calm. I feel like that's more believable, or something more believable would have been way better of a scenario to let them know. Because although it may not be true, it's more believable than a huge teddy bear coming to stomp us all to the ground.
To be fair, I don't think an 8-year-old can be or not an 8-year-old, a middle schooler. A second-year middle schooler can do that.
Yeah.
I knew it! I saw it too! I saw the giant teddy bear too!
Jim.
All of you, you bunch of idiots! Can't you see what he's trying to do? It's a trick, I tell you, a trick to keep me from winning again this year! A gigantic teddy bear, come on! Why not King Kong while you're at it?
The King Kong in question.
Hey!
He said, what?
Bro is saying, let me let myself in.
Now or never!
Said open the door.
Go on, Alita. It's up to you.
Bro, that binary makes me so wet.
Ulrich, are you okay?
Yeah, sure. Ready for a trip into the past, Yumi?
Ulrich, would you be my date?
Be glad to, Millie.
Good man.
Aw,
Good man.
good man for sure.
Because this all started because he said no and she cried in that shed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you here at 8. Really? Why, sure. You're not too mad at me, are you, Yumi?
Not at all. Anyway, my secret admirer will take me tonight. Right on?
What? But, Ulrich, you're gonna go with that silly baby?
That's right, I sure am. But don't worry. When your brain gets another neuron or two, maybe I'll go out with you, too.
So what you're saying is there's a chance.
You are recording, Tamia, I hope.
You bet I am. This is a scoop.
A super scoop.
A moon scoop, so to speak. Actually, this was still called anti-films at the time. Moon scoop is anti-films.
I feel like in that episode, Jim was just very much annoyed towards the end because nobody, not even the principal,
Finally,
like,
someone believes me.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. He's like, somebody finally saw it, like,
I'm not
it's
insane.
like,
Validation. Vindication.
exactly.
So towards
Oh
the
my
so towards the latter half, after everything got destroyed, and then you saw that blurring light, like the tower go down, and then it shoots back up, right? And then this massive wave. What came to mind when you saw that? Because there was no context given.
There was really like no context at all. I just really thought like, hey, like, so in this case, after they're done and they enter like the code LYOKO, like the virus is completely gone, without a trace, basically. So in this case, like without a trace, going back to like the exact moment that like it all started, you know what I mean? Like so in this case, it's not necessarily like leaving a trace. Like there is no memory of it, there is no nothing of it. So in this case, it'll just go back to the very beginning, giving him basically that restart, if that makes sense.
I'll let you know this. The
Because like you
restart is
said,
in
like
benefit of the LYOKO warriors. Not to
okay.
Xana's not allowed to attack again on the same day. Twice.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
That
Good to
gets added
know.
on later, but it's not. It wouldn't ruin the experience for me to tell you this.
I feel like it's
Because they
it's
also got to
more of
go to
like a
school.
Spider-Man type thing. You know how like okay, so I don't know if you've seen the recent one where like Spider-Man like erases everyone's memory in order for him like in order for everything good to be able to happen and everything so that everyone can live.
Oh, okay. You're talking about
Um,
okay, yeah, the Tom Holland. Yes.
yeah. So, yeah. So in this case, I feel like it's more of like a scenario like that. Um,
No.
but I didn't
Go
really
ahead.
think too much of it. I didn't really think too much of it. I just like really
Maybe if
thought
you
like,
see
okay,
more.
cool, level passed. Level passed, I feel like and like that was like, okay, level passed, you get to go back to like your reality, you know. From
Does
that moment it
yeah.
all started, you know.
And then they did say, "Oh, time to go back to the past and get the second shot." That kind of explained, "Oh,
As if
that's what
it's
this light
been done
is."
before.
Mhm. Yeah, because like I said, there's a special that comes before this, and I think technically this episode is before what's gonna come up next.
I think so far with the first episode that it's Gana, right? I'm super bad with names, I'm sorry.
Xana.
Xana, okay. So I feel as if like Xana in this case is not necessarily I feel like an evil person.
Hmm.
It's more of like, hey, like I feel like they're basically trapped in this case.
Hmm.
That's my theory after the first episode is that like Xana is basically trapped in Lyoko. So I feel like Xana's trapped there. And I feel like the girl with that's in Lyoko, I forgot her name. I forget
The
I'm
pink
sorry.
hair,
I'm
Aelita.
yes. Aelita, yes, Aelita. She's more of like Xana's get out of jail free card. Like he's able to get
Ooh,
out
okay.
like
What makes you say
if
that? What makes you say that?
because in this case, like you know how Aelita like you know how you were like, hey, so it's basically like a care package mission where like it's like take the care package here, you know?
Yeah, to get her to that
So
tower.
yeah, but in this case, like Aelita's like the okay, cool, chill out. Like she is the how can I put it? Like Xana is the virus, and then Aelita is like the person to get rid of the virus. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Aelita's like the kryptonite to Xana, basically.
Okay.
And
Well,
I feel like I feel
that's a fair
like
assumption to make.
okay, the
I won't confirm
reason
nor
being
deny.
okay, the reason being is because like in this case, I feel like Xana is necessarily trying to escape. But in this case, Xana's like trapped in Lyoko for like eternity as long as Aelita's there, like he's trapped for eternity, you know, like there's always a
You think
possibility.
Aelita's the jailkeeper? Okay.
Yes, I think Aelita is the jail keeper for sure. Especially because in this case,
Not doing a
like
good job since he was able to leak out of a light
yeah,
socket.
exactly. Exactly. Even then, like I feel like Aelita is like very like you said earlier, like not super competent because in this case, like you're like in Lyoko 25-8 and yet you just let that happen, you know?
Hmm.
Um
Like
so I'm just
you don't
like
need sleep in their digital world.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. So
Hmm.
I'm like, you couldn't just like look out for your boy and just like
Hmm.
be like,
Okay.
hey, like, we're like giving a heads up, you know?
So we got your theory locked in that Aelita is some type of gatekeeper or
Yes.
antithesis to Xana's
Yeah.
master plan, whatever it may be. And we didn't get to see anything about anyone dying. They got their successful mission. I think we'll get that next
Mhm.
time. Um, aside from
Also, from the first episode, I don't think Xana is like full on antagonist either. Because like in this
you
case,
don't think
like
he's evil.
I don't think so thus far. I don't think he's evil. Okay, so in this case, like I think Yana is basically like trying to stop the Lyoko warriors from like keeping Ghana in there forever because, like you said earlier, with like the whole what was it called that he was speaking to pink haired girl earlier in the
Jeremy,
uh,
the nerd,
Jeremy was speaking to pink haired girl earlier about
the key to
we had to talk about this.
materialization.
Yes, materialization. I feel like Ghana also wants materialization.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, not just her, like
Mm-hmm.
not just pink haired girl. I would say. Sorry if I'm so bad with names.
No,
Don't
no, you're
roast
good.
me in the
I
comments.
think everyone's even follow. I think everyone watching is following along perfectly.
Okay, so I think thus far that like Xana is not fully evil. I feel like there's just like some piece inside of him that him or her, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna judge. Um, I think there's just some part of Xana that's just like really just
I
trying to
think we
get
could
out
say
and be
that since
free.
Xana is computer data, he is literally all binary.
Hmm.
He's not non-binary. He's all binary.
Yeah, and I
That's
feel
his
like
gender.
thus
That's his
far,
gender. Their gender.
all binary. Okay, I feel like thus far, like Xana also is like forming like human feelings in this case.
Okay.
Because in this case, like earlier with I don't know her name. She was like crying
You think that
to the
he
bear and
because
everything.
Sissy was mean to the little girl, he took the teddy bear to to
Yes.
as the white knight for the girl crying.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And so I feel like
I think I actually need to
Xana
release
was
this as
like,
an episode on its own, see how the response is, and then we'll actually continue from what is technically the start of the canon.
okay, so I feel like in this case, like Xana literally is basically like trying to like get out and feel something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Xana is more like stuck into somewhere that they can't necessarily like control of, but is also trying to help, because Sissy was crying and everything, and Xana necessarily saw that as an opportunity to help, not necessarily as an opportunity to like hurt or anything. But although like Xana did like cause destruction and everything, I feel like that's the only way Xana knew how to basically help out,
Are you trying to say
is
the
by
AI
like
doesn't know between right and wrong? That he didn't know he was uninstalling life on those people?
okay, physically, no, because in this case, like he has no or the non-binary Xena who has no like feeling or like touch or anything, but just saw exactly how it made Sissy feel, and in this case, like tried to go to her aid, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Let's keep that.
Um,
We'll put a pin in that. I think that's your two theories are something that we should keep on to, and let's see how they evolve and change. Now,
I really do want to see how they progress, especially like in the next coming episodes, see how Xana like progresses later on,
mm-hmm.
because in this case, like I feel like within the next couple of episodes, my theories may change, especially with how they're progressing at the moment.
Okay.
Um, and then also like I want to know exactly like what specifically causes the whole like white um disbursement upon the world.
Okay, I think I was gonna offer you one or two options for the next episode. So we can either continue on episode 2, or we can watch the special origins of Code Lyoko, where you see the gang come together and you see them have their discourse with Xana for the very first time. That should answer a lot of your questions, and then we can be able
Okay.
to continue off from episode 2, since now that you've had a taste of what is Code Lyoko, weekly as it was coming out.
Okay, cool. I feel like I will take the special and then like episode 2 continue after there cuz like I feel like it basically left me on a cliffhanger with like how everything was,
Mm-hmm.
which
It
I'm
didn't
not
it, it
mad
didn't
about,
answer any questions.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like there was like a lot of open ends there
I think
that
that's
could be
comes from
answered.
being, I think, technically, again, I believe that this was the pilot episode that they used to pitch to channel 7 of, the French network. I think that's why you're feeling this way. Not to be a dick rider or anything. I think that's probably what happened during production.
Okay, makes sense. I just want to see how it progresses. I feel like after like I have a couple questions answered, my theories are for sure going to change. And yeah.
All right, man. Well, I really appreciate you coming by. Unless you got anything else that you want to add or things like, I don't think that this was answered or that or anything about the episode, and just otherwise, unless you think you wrapped up your thoughts, I think we're good to end it here. What do you have to say?
I think I would have loved to see a little fight between the bear and Jim to see
Who could
test
take
Jim's
who?
black belt skills, you know?
And the other, because I did
But
compare him to Liam Neeson's Taken. I did. Does it make you feel good? Are you kind of upset that you didn't get to see Yumi or Ulrich's costumes?
um no. Really, I don't think I'm like too upset about it because like in this case, you don't like I feel like from a show's perspective, like as a creator of the show, you don't want to necessarily pull out all the stops just yet, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Unless like you have like a 5 episode series, then yeah, cool, fine. But I feel like if they're trying to build more and more, then like no, like wait for that to build up,
To be fair,
like
there was a
just
giant teddy bear running amok, so they needed some Lyoko warriors on Earth to make sure that
yeah,
everyone, just in case we can't stop Xana, let's minimize some lives.
exactly. I guess we will see next time as to what happens as well, like if like one of them dies in the Lyoko world. Also, I want to see exactly if they have like powers and everything because
You saw
um
odds vision
I
when I
s-
called him that
I
so
saw
Raven.
yes, exactly. I want to see exactly because what's his name? The guy with the computer?
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Okay, so Jeremy had like it looked like when he was looking at like his computer that he was looking at all their stats and everything.
Yeah, like where it
And
was odd versus the circular ball that
yeah,
it was like bad.
exactly.
That was his hit points, stat points type stuff. Like it
Exactly.
counts how much arrows he has. I can just tell you that.
Yes. So I was looking and I was like, "Okay, cool." So, like, I was also thinking like, "Hey, so, like, in, like, emergency situations, can Jeremy, like, add,
Can he give them
powers
buffs
or
or
can he"
anything?
Yeah, exactly. Can he give them buffs from,
Admin
like, the
privileges.
computer? Like yeah, exactly. Can he give them, like
Yeah, I can answer. So, yeah, yes, he is able to
can he give them
program
wall
certain
cheats, you know?
things, but the thing is that it's very tricky. So, for example, if he wants to like give them an like, oh, these air, his weapons need some type of upgrade, he would need to first
Yeah.
code that and then make sure that that doesn't mess with something already established within Lyoko. Because imagine there's a bug in Lyoko. Xana lives
Yeah.
in
I
Lyoko.
could see how that's really bad, especially but I think that, like, also since
But he
Germany
can
is, like
reload, like, oh, I'm out of arrows. Okay,
yeah,
stay down for 5 seconds while I reload you. So
yeah.
that answers your
Also,
question.
I think that's, like, Jeremy's superpower
He's
in
the man in the
Lyoko.
chair.
It's exactly, like, he's the man in the chair, he's the thinker, you know?
Hmm.
Like, he's the thinker, like, he basically has, like, a background role that is, like, more of, like, a support role, really,
Hmm.
in Lyoko, like, no matter, like, what character you are or anything, I feel like that's basically his, like, support role is like, "Hey, so let me reload you, let me go ahead and add this buff to you," you know? Or, like, be able to, like, see, "Hey, so
He
here's
can he
this,
can do
that, and the
call out. So
third."
he's like the coach, like so
Exactly.
they'll be like, hey, three of the little bug things just spawned. They're coming from the left and come from A and B. They're on their way. Oh, one of the
Yeah.
circle things came by. So he's able to tell him like, hey, you only have this certain amount of health points. Yeah, he definitely is like the coach of their esports team.
Yeah, which is like really cool. Especially because like dudes, I feel like I had a feeling with that specific like theory. Like as soon as I saw the computer that he was using, I was like, dude has a computer of the gods. Like, dude has the original IBM working for him. Like,
I mean, do you know how many VTuber models he has to do to get that place up and working? And he's running that
dude,
server. So like
I was,
that thing is just full of the most recent NVIDIA graphics cards.
dude.
All right.
I'm like, okay, nice.
Anything else call out to you at all?
Um, no. Is there something that should have called out to me?
No,
Next
because
question.
again, like I said, this was something to just give a taste of what an episode is like. So we'll watch the two-parter and then maybe the episode 2, so that way you can see, okay, this is where the story is leading us. Because right now we have no knowledge. We just got kids at school, girl and computer. We know nothing about girl and computer, and the fact that they can turn back time somehow.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it was a really good episode. I really liked the episode. Overall, like if I had to give it a rating out
How
of
many
10,
out of 10? How many foreheads?
um, there was a good, mm, I give it like a good 9.3 out of 10,
A
especially for like
9.3. You're not just
a
saying that because
9.3.
of the dedicated fan base. Is this what you truly believe? What would have
Yes,
made
I
it
truly
better?
believe it was a 9.3. I feel like what would have made it better was in this case like answering just a little more of like the questions I may have had.
Hmm.
But that other than that, that's really it. I feel like they solved quite a bit and everything was really well thought out and everything.
Hmm.
Um, but I feel like that's really about it. There really was not much like
Were 4 of those points
errors
from
or
the theme
anything.
song?
Also, I also like the theme song. Theme song's really good. I mean, the intro's really good. I liked the, like, progressing of the characters, like, it wasn't too slow of a progress through, like, each character, you know? Like, I feel like it was, like, progressing really well. Like, I feel like there's some, like, episodes, like, in this case, One Piece like, for example, like, a lot of people would say that you have to watch, like, the first 100 episodes in order to know if you really wanna get into it or not.
Oh, when they say you got to get to episode 6.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. The f-
I feel like this show is like really, really, really well thought out.
mhm.
Especially on how it's like based and everything for like the time it's in.
Mhm.
But I think like the graphic designer is like has a fetish with foreheads, but you know. What can you do about that?
Yeah, I think they're
um
probably college students at that time, or something around that. But that's up
yeah.
to them. I don't know how they decided to do it, but okay. I guess one final question: is this anime? This is a French cartoon, but is this anime?
Good question. I would say yes, because like there's also like very minimal animes, like the animes that aren't like like a lot of powers, you know. Like I feel like this one sets the stage for like not like a full on anime, but like a version of anime, if that makes sense,
Oh,
like a branch of anime. Like in this case,
are you
like
giving
you
it
know
the
how like
Avatar
there's like
treatment? Avatar is not an anime. Is anime inspired,
okay, so Avatar, I would consider like an anime for sure. Like for sure, Avatar is
but
an
it's
anime
American
in
made.
my opinion. See, and I get that, I get that. But like, if you were to like just put it on a platter for me and not tell me it's American made,
Hmm.
I still would like probably give it the anime title. I feel like the anime is more of like a feeling on what you feel on a show and how you like how it progresses towards you specifically, you know,
Hmm.
rather than like it being like oh titled an anime, you know. I feel like it's basically how you portray it, how you portray like the whole series to be. So in my opinion, yes, I would consider this an anime.
All right.
Would I
I
would I
think you made. I
consider
don't
would
think
I
you made
consider a
any enemies
Boondocks an
today with this
anime?
video. I don't think you made any enemies.
If you would ask me if I were to consider like a Boondocks an anime, no. Although there might be a lot of people in the comments saying, "Oh, well, like they look similar." I feel like there's just key factors that'll make this an anime and not like the Boondocks or like Chowder, like we had spoke about earlier, or anything of the
Hmm.
sorts like that. Um, but yeah,
All right.
I feel like this was an overall
A
good start to the
9.3 out of 10. That's a really high,
yes.
especially for a filler episode. Because you didn't learn
Yes,
anything.
I really did like it. I really did like it.
You
Especially
heard it here, folks.
it's not it's not like anything like too crazy either. Like they
Hmm.
didn't like overdo it like with this episode. They didn't try and like overstep themselves. I feel like they kept it very like simple, short and sweet to the point, you know. And I feel like I really enjoyed the simplicity of it. Like it wasn't too complex. But I feel like I do have a lot of questions that need to be answered, you know.
And I think that we will get those answers next time when we get him to watch the two-part original episodes that came out at some point. I think it was a special in between like season 3 and 4. I don't remember. But we'll show him that, and maybe we will get to another episode depending if we don't do this after we're both off of work. On a Sunday to Monday morning right now. So just thank you everyone for watching. Let us know your opinions and we'll get back to you next time. We might be already in the middle of filming that at you get what I'm trying to
At the
say.
time this is posted, but yeah.
But Joel said. All right, but we'll catch you guys next time. Later. Peace.
All right, later.